and it doesn't work.
What? Oh, it works.
Let's
Hello,
see.
everybody.
It's working, but it's not working at the same time.
Yeah, it's just your webpage.
God damn the webpage.
So,
Yeah.
hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to TektopiaTV's live stream. The best
Yes,
live
even
stream on
though
the
I
planet.
we've done a show, you don't know me because this guy didn't save broadcasts. Sure, it's clicked. Positive.
Yes, positive is clicked this time.
All right. So, anyways, I am Justin.
This is Justin. Over
Me.
there. Okay.
Wait, is this backwards? Oh, it is. Okay.
Yep. All right, so we
So,
are live. Hello, everybody. We're just going to pretty much wing the hell out of this because we're going to give you some tech news, but talk about other things as well.
yeah, we've been working on setting up a schedule that worked for the both of us. So, I think we finally decided today that today will be the day.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we'll be doing it Wednesdays at around 8 p.m. Hopefully on the dot, but like today, starts at 8:12. So it's getting there, but so we didn't have too much time to prepare for this. It's kind of been busy with other stuff, but yeah, eventually we'll, if you guys want to submit articles or whatever that we could go over or anything you want us to talk about or anything, you can submit it on the a comment on the video or message us on social medias, Twitter, Google Plus, I guess. Do we have a Google
Yeah.
Plus page? I see you messing with
Yes,
that.
it is a Google Plus page. No, I was looking at the status down here. It was blinking yellow and red for a second.
Oh yeah, that's
It was getting up in
Twitch
like
for you.
it was getting up in the 4100 bit rate, and it started freaking out, thinking that it was going to die. I
Huh,
guess.
interesting. Good old Twitch.
Good old Twitch. All right. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, I was basically looking up some stories today. It was a very, very, very slow tech week, and most of the news was about Grand Theft Auto 5. So,
Yeah, which we both want to play.
yeah, which I'll hopefully be playing right after I finish. Oh, that might be my problem.
Oh, you still downloading it? The
Yeah.
65 gigabytes that or whatever that
Let
it
me
is.
pause. I mean, that wouldn't help my
Just
upload, but wouldn't
yeah,
change that at all. But
yeah, better safe than sorry.
yeah,
Or you
so
can
there we
just
go.
lit it to
No,
when it's ready when
I'll
you
just
get done.
stop it because it's no big deal. So anyway, yeah, most of the news was about Grand Theft Auto 5 coming to PC finally after
Final
after the
2 years.
finished beta testing.
Yeah, I think it's been what 2 years the game has been out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've owned it for 2 years on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I mean, I bought it on the PlayStation 3. I played it. It was fun,
It
but I
was
never
fun, but
finished the story.
I honestly think though that I will finish the entire story now.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy playing games more on PC than console. I don't like. I'm not a big console guy, so like
Well,
I've had the PlayStation for how many years? Forever.
let me hold on.
And
Let me
I think
guess what
I've
you're gonna say. 99.9% of the time that you've spent playing on your PlayStation 3 was Gran Turismo.
well, yeah, that's like the only game I really played.
With your simulator, that's pretty much all you
Yeah, because
played.
I had built this car wheel setup. I bought a car wheel and put like a welded together a frame and had a car seat on it and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So, which I think, well, it's still back at the Malabar house, but once I
Yeah.
grab that and bring it over, I think I'm gonna start doing some game streams with that. Find some games and
Dude, yeah, you should totally do that. That would be
yeah,
awesome.
I want to get iRacing again and start doing that. But
You
I
get
think
like a
last time,
camera behind you, getting
yeah,
your feet and all that kind of shit.
yeah, I know last time my pedals were messing up a little bit though, so I gotta
Oh,
see if like it's actual problem or driver issue or something. I don't know. So
That kind of
or I gotta get
sucks.
the sensors replaced. One of the two. So I was gonna email the company, but then I stopped. I can't remember what I started playing, but I stopped playing racing games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've wanted to do that
You just did it a
stream. Is it?
lot, so I'm pretty sure you
Yeah,
just kind of got burnt out on it and wanted
yeah.
to
I
do
mean,
something else.
yeah, we did everything. Like I got into iRacing right at the end, which was it's a really good game. But like before I did that Gran Turismo all the time, I was doing like weekly league races on GT Planet or whatever.
Yes, that's right. I do remember you doing that.
And dude, I think I won a championship once when we were doing Le Mans cars.
Nice.
Yeah,
But so yeah,
was a
I
good.
mean, most of the news was about Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I really couldn't find too much about it. I mean, and the other stuff was about net neutrality, which that's just such a huge subject and huge topic. I didn't want to sit there and just, you know, ramble on about that crap.
Yeah,
There's
we
so
didn't
many like gray
prepare
areas
much.
of it. So like you think you're talking about the right thing, but then it's actually something else, and it's just I don't know. I
Yeah,
wasn't
you
even
have
gonna
to
get
really
into it.
be. At least you want to be a little bit knowledgeable on the topics you want to talk about, but
Yeah. So
requires some research. And then with our
yeah.
busy schedules, haven't had much chance. And then we're
So
like, oh, we'll do it today, and then today went by, and oh, we'll do it today, and that day went by.
yeah. This I don't know. The whole article or whatever about the AMD Zen chip.
Yeah, it's kind of a what's that website? Fud Fudzilla.
Godzilla, yeah.
So it's kind of like a rumor site, but
It is
I
a
guess
rumor
people
site,
saying,
but AMD had originally put out like an official 10-year plan on their website
yeah,
like 2 or 3 weeks ago, saying about how what their plans were, which everybody kind of thought was a really bad idea because if it was true and those were the actual plans that they were planning on following, then competition would be able to see your exact plans for every year for the next 10 or 15 years and just be able to beat
nah,
you out.
it's kind of a just a roadmap, though. I mean,
But
Intel
yeah, it
does
is
the
a
same
roadmap,
thing,
but
just about what products they're expecting
right.
to
So I think
release
that's
and
kind of where
stuff,
they got this
refreshes and
information
stuff.
from, though. Is
Yeah, I mean, but the biggest thing with Intel, I mean, AMD is just their single thread performance is nowhere near Intel's,
no, it's
and
definitely not.
that's where they fall short, and that's why
Hmm.
everyone uses Intel. I
Right.
mean, yeah, I mean the processors are priced extremely competitive, and you can get an 8-core processor for the price of or cheaper than the price of an i5, which is only a 4-core.
Right.
So I mean,
But the
the
single core is what
price
matters.
performance is good on them, but yeah, it's the single core. I mean, a 4 gig. I'm just making stuff up now, but I don't want to make stuff up. But the single threaded performance is so much better on the Intel, so that's
Yes.
why people use them.
Yep.
That's why I use it.
So, but
And I
yeah,
used to have AMD back in the day, the old Duron and Athlons and all them.
yeah,
Good old
old
stuff.
school.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I
like
can't read that freaking thing though. It
2002,
says yeah, it says up to 16
2002.
cores, 32 threads. So I was reading a little bit more about it, like in the comments on Reddit and everything about it, and people
Yeah,
were saying that they think that this is going to compete against the enterprise side,
yeah.
not consumer. But Intel already has 18 core processors out now.
Well, yeah, you
So
can have
they're
huge
already
processor
behind though, is
differences.
what I'm saying. It's like they're talking about this is going to possibly come out soon or in the
Well, I don't even know
future,
if
but it's
AMD
already
has an
behind.
enterprise level chips
No,
or
I don't really think they do either, but still. I mean, if you already know that your competition has 18 core chips, why would you brag about having a 16 core chip coming out? Why wouldn't you try to push?
technically. I don't think they have an 18 core. I know they have
Uh,
12 cores. It's just weird. 18 core is a weird number, because
I'm
it goes
pretty
like
sure that
minus
there
two.
was an 18 core, or yeah, 18 core that they were talking about that they had supposedly.
Maybe a 24 core.
Maybe.
I don't know. Usually it goes like in doubles like that, or
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know.
exponent of 2 or something. So
But it should be interesting, I guess. But we'll
yeah,
have to
I
see
mean,
exactly what happens. But
we definitely need some more competition, just like today, man. Shopping for those stupid
it is an APU though. I
i7s.
didn't see that.
Oh, really?
An APU.
Well, I mean, Intel chips are all APUs. Does an
The
APU just
long
mean it's a GPU included?
long rumored Zen Core APU as well as the Greenland HBM high bandwidth memory. stream processor featuring a massive 16 gigabyte of memory to spare. Supposedly, the chip will be equipped with upwards of 16 Zen x86 cores, of which could support 2 threads each. 512 kilobytes of cache.
To be honest, I don't even know. Like, I remember there was a big talk of like the AMD bulldozer or something.
Yep.
I don't even know how those compare. I haven't been following
No, I
the
haven't really
computer
been.
scene that closely. All
No.
I know is Intel's better, so I just bought the
Pretty
Intel. I didn't
much.
do that much research on when I upgraded my computer. Quite a while ago. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
I
it's
kind of
been a while.
looked through the benchmarks, but then I just haven't been following AMD stuff.
Right.
I mean, I follow the cards, but that's about it. Like the Radeon
Mm-hmm.
R9. What is it? Is it R7 or R9s? I can't remember. I think it's R9.
R9, R9
Yeah,
290X,
R7's
285,
like cheap.
280s,
Yeah,
295 X2.
which is what?
The
It's like
dual,
two
they're
cards.
they're dual card, or yeah. Um,
Dual. I can't even remember.
it's a dual card
It's
on
too
one
expensive for me. Yeah,
PCIe or
I
whatever.
just get hand-me-down cards.
A really nice, generous guy to hand
To
down
beat crazy
680 and then a
computer.
780.
I know,
Man,
right?
must be like the best friend on the planet.
I know.
All
Hey, I
right, so
bought the 680 from you.
yeah, that's true.
And then you just hand me down the 780. Like, here you go. Like, upgrade.
So this
It's like,
next one cracked me up though. Apparently,
oh,
Verizon is trying to
Verizon.
basically tell people that they don't want unlimited data. Like,
Well, yeah.
why in the world would anybody want unlimited data?
Gives people ideas. They don't want
I
people
mean,
with ideas.
I get the whole idea that we were talking about in our last show that we didn't keep, and
Hey, I tried to keep it.
we
I
made
even told you to check the box.
you did, but we made
And you didn't
sure
save.
to check it this time. So we do have
I
it.
click save.
We
Hopefully.
have tested it, and this will be saved and put on YouTube.
Somehow the VOD's going to get destroyed.
The
And
VOD will get destroyed for sure.
yeah, Twitch servers will burn up or something. We won't be able to upload to YouTube. That's why I said you should record locally too. Which, speaking of which, I
Can you do
remember
that on
Gold Glove.
OBS?
Yeah, Gold Glove was saying OBS now record locally in a different bit rate than what you stream at. So you can record like YouTube videos in high quality, like I don't know, 12,000 bit rate or something.
So you don't use the actual Twitch stream VOD. You use an
Yeah,
actual
you upload
local
your own. That's mainly for like Gold Glove.
gaming. Yeah.
Twitch streams and then does his YouTube. His main thing is YouTube.
Yeah,
So
I can see that. But for this, this is good enough quality.
yeah,
Um, so anyway, I remember we talked about how I understand the whole idea of like gigabit internet is really kind of pointless
yeah.
because nothing can that we can get.
It's mainly when you download stuff. That's what I mean. But really, anything more than like 300 megabits, you don't really notice a difference.
No.
Because what are people going to be downloading? They're only going to be downloading like MP3s and stuff when they buy the new
Right. It's gonna be like,
albums off
oh, it's done.
iTunes.
Okay, great,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I mean, that's. I mean,
So
and it's not like they're downloading HD movies. They just stream it off Netflix. The majority of the consumers. I mean, then there's people like us who download 65 gigabit of or 65 gigabytes of video games, and then we'll probably format the computer next weekend.
right. So anyway, it's just I mean I understand the whole not needing gigabit internet and all that other kind of stuff, but unlimited data is a big deal in my opinion because I mean data caps
Yeah, you
just
just don't want
absolutely suck
restrictions.
balls. I'm
Yeah,
so glad that we don't have a data cap from our ISP. I mean, I have a data cap on my cell phone, and I
yeah.
didn't. I
Well,
worried about it.
technically you don't.
Well, because you have the
T-Mobile
supposed.
does unlimited, but it's
It's
only
not.
limited high speed.
Yeah, unlimited, but it's limited. Yeah, limited 4G LTE. But I worried about it up until they finally, or T-Mobile did that awesome thing where they didn't
Oh, the
include
data
music
cap.
streaming.
Oh yeah, yeah.
music streaming doesn't count against it for like almost every single music streaming app now. So now I don't worry
Yeah.
about it because 99% of my data was streaming to Bluetooth in my car.
Yeah, I mean, most of
So
the big data users will be people that stream Netflix.
right.
So
Yeah, that's what this thing here says. It says something like with the increased use of their devices at home and work, there's a greater likelihood that consumers will access and use Wi-Fi to offload their high bandwidth and data hungry apps, such as video streaming. Nobody would
yeah,
video stream with their mobile data. That's bullshit. They would if they didn't have caps.
yeah. I mean, if you could, thing is, I don't know. Well, I'm not. I got an old
I mean,
phone, so
do
but
subways
maybe
have
like
Wi-Fi or anything now?
I'm sure some
Is
of
there
them do.
public Wi-Fi on like a New York subway?
I don't. I mean, maybe the station, but I don't know about the subway
That's what I'm saying.
itself.
So, but would your
But
data even work in the subway?
yeah, they have transmitters and stuff in there.
You think so?
Yeah,
Like all the way through like the tunnels and everything, not just at the stations?
sure. I
So
mean,
you're
it's
always
radio waves.
connected?
They'll go through the tunnel.
You think so?
I mean, you put it in the station.
They
I mean,
have
it's not that
issues.
far between.
They have issues going into the elevator shaft. How would they
Well,
go through a
that's
subway tunnel?
going from outside the building through a building through the
Well, it's
elevator
going
shaft.
from outside. Oh, okay. You're talking about
No,
from the
you have a
transmitter inside.
tower,
Okay.
yeah, in the
I was gonna say, I was like, you're
subway
going from a
station.
tower
Then it just
into
goes
a
down the
tunnel.
tunnel. Like,
That's the same thing.
yeah,
But yeah, I see what you're
yeah.
saying. But anyway,
So
basically, Verizon's trying to tell everybody that it's a bad thing to have unlimited data, and people absolutely wouldn't want it. So that's the reason why they don't offer it.
that's why every carrier now doesn't have unlimited minutes because it's bad for people.
Bad for people. Talking too much is bad.
Yeah.
You should not communicate at all.
So
But
because
anyway,
unlimiting
that one
people is
was
bad.
yeah. This one was kind of just like a comic thing. I just thought it was funny that they always try to pull this shit.
Yeah, it's Verizon. That's what
And
kind of
this
sucks.
one here, I don't know if you read this one. I couldn't
I
believe this
didn't even
crap.
read it.
Oh my
Oh,
god, this kid. Okay, this eighth grade, 14-year-old kid. Okay, he watched his teacher input his password or whatever on his keyboard or in the computer in the classroom, right?
yeah,
And so that's the only
stole the
reason
password.
why, and stole the password and hacked. He hacked his password by just looking over his shoulder and saying, "Wow, you're an idiot for showing me your password." And it was literally the teacher's last name. And so he logged into the computer's teacher or the teacher's computer whenever he left the room for a minute or whatever, and he put
Yeah,
a wallpaper of two guys kissing as his wallpaper on the computer. And because he doesn't like the teacher, so he was going to put inappropriate pictures onto his computer just to annoy him, is what he said.
yeah. It's kind of a malicious
Is it
intent.
though?
So yeah,
But
because he's trying to.
this
I
thing
mean,
here, this is the line that pisses me off though. The sheriff said, even though some might say this is just a teenage prank, who knows what this teenager might have done? So they're arresting him on something that he could have done, not what he actually did.
yeah, but his
He
intentions were malicious. I guess. I mean, not
That's
really. It
malicious to put
wasn't
a freaking funny
bad.
picture on a wallpaper.
Well,
It's not
they
like he
weren't
went in and
good.
like
It's not
gave
like
everybody
he's
high
like,
grades.
oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I just think it's a little bit extreme to arrest him and give him a felony record at 14 because of that.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit much, but
I mean,
gotta
suspend him for a
gotta
few
set a good
days.
example from these kids.
Suspend him for a few days or whatever. Then let him let that be it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they said that his there was some test answers and exams and
Uh,
SAT things on there, but they were all encrypted, so they weren't worried about him getting into more serious stuff. So to
his
me,
3-day suspension actually occurred months before he was arrested.
yeah,
So yeah, now that doesn't make sense. I could
they,
see. Well, I
they
mean,
came back and arrested him
personally, I can't
because
even see him getting arrested because that's kind of a bit much. But
yeah. But I was like, what? Like you can get arrested for changing somebody. I mean, I know they're arresting him for the password thing, not the kissing guys on his wallpaper.
yeah.
But still, I mean, they're what did they say it was? What did they consider it to be? Oh, he was charged
Oh,
with offense against a computer system and unauthorized access, which is a felony charge.
I think the only reason they can do it is the computer had standardized test questions on it, even though it was
Right.
encrypted. I guess the test questions were on there,
Well,
so that's how
get
probably they can charge them.
he didn't get
I don't
those
know.
though. He didn't take anything. That's what I'm saying though. It's like they're charging him for something that he possibly could have gotten to or done, but not actually did.
Yeah, they're
It's like
taking
you
it
were
a bit
walking
too far.
around legally with a gun, so we're going to arrest you because you could have shot somebody. You
Yeah.
didn't actually do it, but you could have, so we're going to arrest you for that. I don't know. It just seems retarded.
It's more along the lines of, oh, you pulled your gun on someone, so we're going to arrest you because you could have killed them.
Okay, well now we're kind of trying to compare guns to just.
Well, I mean, I'm just giving the analogy
Yeah, I
because
know, but
saying,
still,
oh, he's just carrying it just means, oh, he
I could
knows the
see
password in his
suspension.
head.
Suspend the kid for a few days, and
Yeah.
that'd be it. But arresting him for that, it just seems stupid.
Yeah.
I don't
It's probably, it was just
know.
touchy because it's
Yeah.
probably the two guys
This kid
kissing,
might be
so,
a badass for all we know and gets in trouble like all the time and
yeah,
multiple offenses, and they finally had enough, so they're like, arrest this kid.
indeed.
So Google Fiber thing, this goes back on exactly what we talked about on the last show. When we had mentioned
No.
that they were planning on expanding to Charlotte, North Carolina. You remember how we talked
Yeah.
about that? Well, they finally put it in official. We are going to expand to North Carolina, and Time Warner Cable immediately ups their speed 6 times what they were before for no cost, even though, 2 3 years ago it was impossible to have that kind of speed with the infrastructure that was currently in place. Somehow they just flipped the switch and got the speed.
Well, it might have been impossible. Maybe they upgraded the infrastructure.
Oh shit. Didn't go out there.
And plus, then
so you're
the
sitting
cable
there and
technology
you're telling me in
increases and
2 or
stuff like
3
that.
weeks from when Google announced that they were coming to Charlotte,
Oh,
they
I
went
thought you
out
said
and replaced
years.
billions of cable.
Yeah, they connected another Ethernet cable. There they go. They upgraded their network. They're good to go.
So it's just more proof
Oh, it's just
that
them
I mean, we
milking it.
all know, obviously. I mean, if anybody is a techie person, they know that freaking cable companies are screwing people left and right.
Yeah,
So people that originally had 15 megabits per second will now receive up to 50 megabits per second for no charge, and formerly 30 megabit per second, which was their extreme internet, that was 30 megabits per second, will now receive up to 200 megabits per second at no charge.
yeah.
Their
That's a healthy upgrade right
their
there.
ultimate, formerly up to 50 megabits per second, will now receive 30 megabits per second at no extra
300.
charge. Or, yeah, 300 megabits per second at no extra charge. So they're going from 50 to 300 with no extra
Yeah,
charge.
it's better than Bright House though locally.
Well, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, they bring
We
out a
went up.
new 300 megabit service and they just make it another tier
Mhm.
instead of paying.
Instead of upping people that already have 150, go to 100, and people that have 75 go to
Yeah,
150. That's how it should have
it's
been.
pretty ridiculous. Yeah. No, but no, they want
Because
to charge.
it would have been a double like a double of the bandwidth for both of us. I would have went to
Yeah,
150. You would have went to 300 at no extra charge. It would have been equal to this shit. Actually, this is even crazier because they're going from 50 to 300, not
yeah.
150
Well,
to 300.
it's because they got Google Fiber coming in
I know
with
it's but
1 gigabits
just
for $70 a month.
right. It just goes to show that they're full of shit, completely full of shit.
Yeah, I mean, but it goes back to what we're talking about. Well, people, I mean, realistically, will people know the difference between 50 megabit and 300?
Not your
No,
standard person, no.
no. I mean, yeah, us techies will, but
But still, I mean, it's like internet. The ultimate internet starts at 65 a month for the 50 megabits per second. So now they're getting
that's actually
three.
not bad. That's cheaper
They're
than
getting right. They're getting
that's
300
cheaper than
megabits
Bright
per second.
House.
Yeah, they're getting 300 megabits per second for 65 a month.
But is that the new prices, or was that their old prices before?
No, there's no extra
Google Fiber?
charge. They're not changing anything.
But I mean, like, I'm sure their prices maybe went down. Because, like, here, for 150, like, I'm getting a deal on my internet.
Yeah,
And it
but I
costs
know
me
I'm pretty
$75 a
sure.
month for 150.
Well,
When the
at
normal
the
price is supposed to be 100 or
yeah,
something like that.
at the time of this article, that was the price that was on their website.
So they're still getting a good deal. At least they're
Hell
not getting
yeah.
ripped off like Bright House is here locally.
So Google Fiber is, of course, 70 per month for gigabit speed.
Yeah, but
Symmetrical.
that also kind of proves, I guess, well, shows me that I guess data or speeds over data or cable is about 300 megabits is the max you could do.
Yeah, it
So that's why
seems
I'd
that
like
way because it seems like everybody's stopping
Comcast.
at that speed.
Yeah, I
But
think
is
they
that
have
the
to wait
case
till.
though, or are they just putting it at 300 megabits per second and thinking, "Oh, this is about
Well, I
all we
mean,
can do right
it's
now, but it can
probably
actually do
what
more"?
the about the technology's maxed out at.
I
I
mean,
mean,
like,
if you can
think
upgrade
about
to
it
the
though.
next DOS, what is it,
DOCSIS,
DOCISS or whatever it's called.
DOCSIS, DOCSIS.
Yeah, something like that. Until they upgrade to the next tier of that, maybe they just haven't upgraded their
But
infrastructure. But
uh, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
so I mean,
Five
because
years
like that,
ago,
that other article in the last show
5 years
that
ago though, they
about the
said that they
speed.
were already at their limit, and they didn't change a damn thing, and now they're hitting 300.
Well, everything's been gone faster. What 5 years ago you could only get, I don't know, 100 gigabits per second over a single fiber strand. Now you
That's
can
what I'm
get
saying though.
terabytes a
Like
second over a
on
single fiber
normal
strand.
on normal cable though, they said that they were already at their limit. They didn't change anything. They didn't put in fiber. They just upped the speed.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
So
Is
they
technology's
lied.
gotten better.
They lied. They said that they were
Well,
already at
then
their
then
max.
you
They
could say,
didn't go out and
oh,
run all new
uh,
cable.
Intel ripped you off when I sold you that Pentium 90 megahertz computer because that's the top of the line back then. When they have 4 gigahertz now.
But what made their speed faster? They were saying back in the day,
Technology.
but they were saying back in the day that they would have to redo their entire infrastructure. They didn't go out and put billions of miles of new
Well, their
cable
back end, I'm
in
sure
three
they've redone.
weeks.
I'm sure their back end they've redone. Like most cable
Maybe in their
companies,
servers, the servers they upgraded, but they didn't
to the
upgrade
end
any
user is
cable.
all cable or copper wire,
That's
but
what I'm saying. They didn't
their
upgrade
whole
any
infrastructure is
cable.
all fiber.
They said that they were at their limit with going out to the houses, and clearly that's a lie now because they
Well,
didn't run all new
technology's gotten
cable.
better.
But there is no difference in the technology. It's the same damn cable that was running
So
to the house 20 years ago.
that's the DOCSIS or whatever technology. Like DOCSIS 1 probably had maxed out at 50 megabits. Now DOCSIS 3 is 300 megabits. That's why I like that other article that DOCSIS 3.1,
So then
the
why were they
theoretical
always
max
saying that
is
they had to upgrade
one
their whole?
gigabits.
Why were they always saying that they had to go through the entire city and upgrade all their infrastructure when it was all at home? It had nothing to do with the
Because
infrastructure at all.
at the time, that was the max of the cables. There wasn't a better technology besides
They didn't
upgrading to
replace the
fiber.
cables, is what I'm saying.
That's
They
what I'm
didn't
saying.
replace all of these cable, but how are you going to sit there and tell me that they hit their max on their cables years ago, but it's the same cables now and they're going over that max? They didn't upgrade the
Technology's better.
cable.
Yeah, I know.
They never changed the copper cable at all. So how did they get better technology without putting in better technology? They're still using the same cable from 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, the end technology on each
That's what I'm
end.
saying. That's what they said needed to be replaced 8 years ago to get
Yeah,
higher speeds, but they
because they were
didn't
at the
replace it.
max.
But they didn't replace it. So how did they get higher? How did their max change if they didn't change the technology?
Years ago, how did they go from, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up, but 5 gigabits a second over a single strand of fiber to 1 terabyte a second over a single strand of fiber?
Obviously, it was a different piece of fiber, wasn't it? It had to be
No,
upgraded
same
fiber.
fiber, same single strand of fiber.
Okay, but my point is they said it was the cabling.
Yeah.
They never said that it was the technology feeding through the cable. They
Well,
said that they
people
had
don't.
to
They're
upgrade
just
the
saying.
actual cable. They would have to go out and literally replace every single wire going to every
Because at
single
the
pole.
at the
That's
time
what
they were
they
at the
said 6
max
years
of
ago.
that cable, and they've just gotten faster. They've gotten better technology.
So the cable that supposedly
And
couldn't
technology.
support faster stuff can now support faster stuff just because of their home-based stuff.
Everything,
So
yeah.
the cable was at its limit of the amount of stuff that could flow through it, but somehow it got bigger without replacing it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see how that works. Just doesn't make any sense. How do you go and tell people that you're going to have to replace all the cables in your city to now you don't have to? And ask for billions of dollars to do so and then just keep that billions of dollars and never actually upgrade the cable?
I don't
That's
know
what they
about
were saying.
that, but at the
Like up in
time,
Jersey, they asked for money to replace all the cables in the city, and that's what was holding them back. But now it's not actually the cables because clearly they can do 300 now.
well, I don't know, maybe they had aging infrastructure for the cables or something.
It
Maybe
doesn't make
I'm
any
sure
sense to me.
it's the same thing like over for
I think
network
they're still
cables.
lying now, though. I think they can do more than 300
I
over
don't know.
cable. It's copper
I don't know.
wire. I mean, Jesus, you could feed tons of shit through that. I don't see why you would be limited to 300 whenever you were supposedly limited to 20 10 years ago.
Yeah, it just takes developing the technology
Going from
because you can do
20 megabits
faster
per second to
megahertz, I mean
300
faster
megabits per second.
speeds and stuff like that. But then data becomes unreliable. It's expensive. It's not cost or efficient electronically. So just people developing that type of stuff. Just the same thing like a USB cable.
It
USB
just sounds to
1.0
me
was
like
so
they're lying
fast,
like
and over the
crazy.
same. Well, I don't know if they're the same cables, but I guess like Cat 5 and Cat 6 and all those type of cables. It's just different ratings of the cables. Maybe they needed to upgrade their cables that way, but
I think they're
still,
lying
it's
through
the
their
technology
teeth.
on the hardware that transmits the data over those cables that technology has gone faster over time.
You want to know what I think it is? I think
What's
they're
that?
lying like sons of bitches, saying that 300 is like the max that cabling can do, so that way they can get the money from the city or the state for the fiber network, so they don't have to pay for it out of their pocket.
Well, it's already like that. They already have the fiber network.
I know, but but they don't. They don't have fiber coming into my house right now.
No,
That's what I'm
you have
saying.
to pay for that. Someone
That's
has
what
to
they're
pay for that.
saying.
Exactly.
They're saying that that's the max they can do, and then they're going to go to the state legislator or whatever and say, well, if you want us to have better internet for all these people that are demanding it, you're going to have to pay for the infrastructure to be that way. And then the
Yeah.
state will pay for all the cabling and not the actual cable company. But you guarantee it, the cable company is going to charge you more for that infrastructure, even though they didn't pay for it.
Well, yeah, they would just want to make as much money as possible.
That's
Whereas
what I'm
Google, they
saying.
don't care. That's why they
Exactly.
can charge so little. But then
Bullshit, though. They
they only
shouldn't be
go
allowed to do that.
like same thing with Google. They say, oh, we want to come to your city. You have to have the infrastructure to support it. You think Google's spending billions of dollars to run fiber through line or cities? No,
Well,
the
no.
cities are
But that's
doing
what I'm
it, and
saying.
then
That's why I
Google's
don't
coming
think that
there.
this is the limit, though. I don't think that's the limit. I think
It's probably currently it's about the limit for
I think
cable
they're just
or.
cutting it off just so they can be the douchebags that they have always been.
Oh, let me look it up right now. Yeah, let's look at the Wikipedia page for DOCSIS. So released October 2000 or 2013.
DOCSIS 2?
DOCSIS 3.1.
Oh, DOCSIS
That's
3.
10 gigabits downstream, 1 gigabit upstream.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's pretty
They're not
recent.
even close. You don't even need fiber.
That's pretty strong. Wow.
You don't even fucking need fiber at all.
I can't
Fiber's
see
more
anything about
reliable, I'm
DOCSIS
sure,
3.
and fiber's probably a lot easier to push the data through, but they don't need fiber. They could give us gigabit internet today.
So it's just the amount of channels, I guess. It's all the same throughputs.
They could literally give us a different modem and say, here's your gigabit internet tomorrow. They just want to give you as little for as much as they possibly can charge you.
Minimum number of channels.
And so what they do is they make 300 megabits or megabits a second sound really awesome and say, we're not going to charge you anything extra. So then you feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Still, it takes up their network.
Business, man. It's business. They have plenty of network. This company's been doing this shit.
24 channels to get gigabit down.
This company's been at this shit for so long, dude. They're not struggling.
Oh, I know they want to make money.
They got
but
so much room and ability
it's not a
to push more.
conspiracy. It's not. You used to make it sound like it's a put on your tinfoil hat.
Well, it is. It's been that way for years. They always say that they can't do something, or they're this and this and all this other crap or whatever, and then they're like, "Oh, this is like the fastest that we could possibly do," and then all of a sudden, 3 months later, somebody else does it, and they're like, "Oh," they just flip a switch, and everybody's got faster shit
Well, yeah, the technology comes out and it's cheap
in
enough. And
three
they upgrade.
months.
Things change.
I don't know. I think they're just robbing like people like crazy.
Well, I mean, you still have to have it reliable services and stuff like that. I mean, theoretical outputs of, they could, if you have 24 channels of downstream data, you can get a gigabit, but who's saying their network isn't so clogged that you start getting like crosstalk and all this other stuff, and then your speeds just aren't that fast. Maybe 300 megabits is about the max they could do on their networks. I mean, it could be more. I don't know.
I think it would be a lot more. They've been in this business for so damn long. It's got to be better than that.
Maybe.
So anyway, we beat that one to death. So this one here, I thought this was pretty interesting. The Sprint doing house calls now.
Yeah. I mean, I can kind of see it, but I don't understand why people just don't buy their stuff online. I mean, then, yeah, you can call someone to have come out and set up your phone for you.
I thought that's what this was.
Need it.
I thought this was if you buy online and had the phone delivered, they would come to your house. Because I mean, if you're buying your phone in the store, just have them fucking do it right there.
Oh, I just on I haven't read the article.
Why would you say, okay, thanks, I'll call you and have your service come out?
So,
well, yeah, they do house calls to sell too.
Sell and set up. So, but I'd assume most of the time you just look online, find what you want, and then have someone come set up. I could see that, but just it seems like a door-to-door salesman, like, oh, here's your phone. You want to buy a new one? I'll upgrade. Free upgrade. Here you go. That just seems, that's more of how it came across to me reading the title. Like I said, I didn't read the show prep for this has been non-existent, so.
Yeah. You won't have to pay extra for the perk.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good. I mean, because you have people, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of maybe older people or something, but they don't shop online, so I don't know.
Jesus.
I guess it's for convenience.
The company is ultimately planning to place about 5,000 Sprint direct-to-you cars in major metropolitan areas by the end of the year to expand the service.
Yeah,
I mean, people are really going to do this?
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, if someone will bring you your phone, but
so basically, what you're telling me is that you're going to order a phone, and then some guy is going to deliver it to you, just like the UPS driver would. Mm-hmm. But he's going to take your SIM card and copy everything over and explain to you how to use it, and then leave.
Yeah, I guess so.
And they really think that they're going to need 5,000 cars doing this by the end of the year?
I think they mean across the U.S.
Well, yeah, but still.
Only deployed in metropolitan areas. Yeah, I think it's ambitious. I think it's a waste of money. I don't think people use it.
Because it says that it's only starting off in Kansas City, and then they're going to expand to Chicago and Miami. So 5,000 of them in 3 cities. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's retarded.
That's like you're going to have like a sprint car driving down almost every road in these metropolitan cities.
It's not quite that bad, but I know what you're saying. It's
5,000 divided by 3, though. That's a lot of cars driving around in Miami.
They won't have.
You'll see them everywhere.
Yeah, you could have.
You'll see them as much as you see a cable.
You could have probably 5 cars per city, and you wouldn't. It'd be fine.
Yeah,
just set up appointments and stuff. But 5,000 cars, $30,000 a car. That's a lot of money wasted.
Mm-hmm.
But it's mobile companies. Dude, I was thinking about that, man. Like you hear on the things like, I want to get a new cell phone, but it's a freaking $1,000. Not really. It's like $500 to $700 for a phone.
Mm-hmm.
That is way too expensive, man. And people just buy them like they're nothing.
But you got to remember, I mean, it's the same amount of computing power as like a computer, but in your pocket.
I could buy a laptop that's faster for cheaper.
But it doesn't fit in your pocket.
I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. It's small form factor. You're going to always pay more for a small form factor.
No way I bet you markup on these phones are
Oh,
is
I'm sure.
at
I'm
least
sure.
50%.
But whenever you have millions of fucking idiots that will wait in line all night long or all week long to get the next device, you're going to keep on charging that much. That's what I was talking to a buddy today about
It's just
guns.
ridiculous.
I was looking
People
at,
don't even think about it. They're like, oh yeah,
yeah,
$500, $700, $800 for a phone. Sure,
I was
I'll
about to
just
buy
pay
that,
$40 a month for it.
looking at buying that new Glock or whatever. The MSRP is like $580, right?
Yeah,
And they released this Friday and they're all selling for $800. Why? Because morons will go buy it at $800.
yeah, taking
Everybody
advantage
should
of the
just
market.
not buy it though. I mean, if people were smart, they'd say, "I'm not going to pay $300 over MSRP for your shit, so I'll just sit back and wait until you don't sell any, and then buy it at its actual price."
This is America. People
That's what I'm
don't
saying.
spend their
People
money
are
wisely.
dumb as fuck.
But yeah, I mean, it is ridiculous. Just think $700 for a phone. And you think about kids getting phones. It's
It's
like,
just
oh,
funny
here's your
to me, though.
$700 phone.
Right. It's just funny to me, though, like, with the supply and demand or whatever, then how come the supply and demand type stuff, I guess there's a lot more supply. I want to go that way. I was thinking like a video game or something. It's release like the list price is $60. But
Yeah,
how
just
come
standard
like
price.
when GTA 5 is like, oh my god, everybody and their grandmother wants it, why doesn't it start going up and start selling for 150?
Because it's
Everybody
digital.
fucking That's what I'm saying though. That's why I was like, okay,
Yeah.
well it's technically there's unlimited supply if you really want to get
Yeah, and
technical
that's
about
a
it.
set price point item. It's not really
That's what I'm saying.
supply
So
and demand. There's nothing really that's
why
supply and
isn't
demand
everything
anymore
though?
besides commodities, I guess. No.
Why That's what I'm saying. Why isn't everything just a set price though? It's like I don't understand why if the company that crafted this
Well, it is a
item.
set price. It's $500. You
But
talking about the Glock? Yeah, it's $500.
and then
That's
so
what
that
they
makes
set the
sense
price.
for somebody private to sell it for more, but a business that's selling it, I think that they shouldn't be able to sell it for more than the MSRP. Because
It's
why?
America.
That's what I'm saying though. It doesn't make any sense though. It's bullshit. It
Do what you
shouldn't be
want.
allowed to do that. I mean,
Unless the company sets rules, I mean, there's nothing you can do. Same thing with the markup on vehicles.
yeah, but you
Brand new
usually get
vehicle
it
comes out.
lower than MSRP though,
Well, I mean, talking about a brand new vehicle comes out.
and you
I'll
usually
mark it
get it
up.
below MSRP though.
No, not on brand new vehicles when there's
Maybe if
only a
it's a
few of them
rare vehicle
out
like
there.
a Skyline or something, yeah. But I can go out and buy the very
Well, yeah, I'm
first.
not talking about. Well, technically,
Blocks are like Civics. They're a dime a dozen.
well,
Everybody and their
when a
grandmother
brand new
has one.
Civic comes out, the first model year, they're not going to be doing huge, deep discounts.
Not huge deep discounts, but it's below MSRP.
Depends.
Always.
That's because MSRP is high.
MSRP for the brand new Civic when Kristen bought hers or whatever, I think was like 25, and we got it for 23.
Yeah.
It was brand new. It literally had like 20 miles on it.
Yeah.
So why is a gun selling for 300 over? It shouldn't be. It should be lower.
Because people are willing to pay.
There's
for it.
millions of these guns being made, just like there's millions of the Hondas being made. It just doesn't make any sense.
Then
It's just because they're marking it up because of all the gun bullshit going on in America right now. That's why. It's not supply and demand.
Tinfoil hat time.
It's the truth, though. There's been a
if
30% markup.
it up, someone would just go to the next store.
They're all marking
Right
it
there.
up. That's the thing.
If they're all marking it up, then it's supply and demand. It'd be easy if you had a large supply of them and you were a store.
That's what I'm saying. Then how come?
Well, this guy's marking it up $200. I'll only mark it up $50, and then I'll
how
sell
come
a million of
processors
them,
don't do that then?
and they won't get any sales. So then everyone will put it back to MSRP.
That's what I'm saying, though. Then how come it doesn't work like that for everything?
What do you mean?
Like my H110i GT all-in-one cooler. It was
MSRP, and they have manufacturing suggested pricing, and then minimum
so does
pricing.
Glock. Glock has an MSRP of $589. So if the all-in-one cooler can't be sold for more because it's MSRP, then why is the Glock sold for more at an MSRP?
Well, they're available. That's what I'm saying.
They're not available.
Then someone, if you have
a week after
one,
I bought mine, they were out of stock.
A little bit more, and then if people buy it, they buy it.
That's what I'm saying, though. Nobody did that, though, except for private
Because
sellers on eBay.
there's probably enough available. There's no really a point to doing it.
There wasn't, though.
You're
That's
just
what I'm
driving
saying.
customers away.
If you called them up, because a guy commented on one of my videos, the review of my video, and asked me how I got it, because he said that he called, and then when I talked to Corsair about my fans, they were still on back order.
Yeah,
H110Is back order. You can't get them. There's a demand for it, but no supply. So why are the prices not going up like $300
Well,
over
if someone
what the
has
price
supplies, they could charge more, but then you're just driving your customers away. And it depends on the market you're in. I mean,
I think
what
gun
you
people
sell.
are just dumb. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, if I look at it and the people that made the item said it's worth $589, I'm not going to pay more than $589.
And you won't.
You're fucking stupid. That's what I don't understand, though. It's like I don't. It's just like everything else. Like the people that or what do they call that? Fuck, I can't even think of what it's called now. Pre-order stuff. It's like you don't even know what the fucking product is and how it's going to be, yet you pre-order it. And then people, jump on this stuff. I mean, yeah, we did a couple early access games and shit like that. So, I mean, I can't really say that I'm against those 100%, but it's just, I don't know. I don't understand why somebody would, go so crazy over something that they're willing to spend $300 more than what it's actually worth.
Because they're stupid. Same thing. Well, I guess you could say the same thing like the Caltech, the Sub 2000. Dude, people are paying $400 used for those things. I bought mine for.
It's because they're not made anymore. That's different.
Yeah, no. Well, are they not made anymore?
They're not made anymore.
They're still available.
I don't think so. I think they stopped production of them.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know they stopped production. I just thought production was really slow or something. I know they're coming out with a new one, which means I need to sell. I mean,
actually,
they're coming out with a new one at a higher price point.
I guess it's just like
it's just people want it, and that's what the price is, and they'll pay for it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, they could do the same thing with the Corsair stuff, but maybe Corsair has their guidelines. It's like, oh, you have to sell it for MSRP maximum. You can't charge more or something like that. Or you won't be a supplier anymore.
Right.
Maybe Glock doesn't have that stuff, or who knows. I don't know
I just don't see how that should be allowed, because you know that if it's the MSRP is $589, you know that this gun place is probably.
Why shouldn't it be allowed?
They're probably only paying $300 for it.
Yeah, so.
So they're making.
I don't understand why it shouldn't be allowed.
I don't know. I just think it's unfair.
Pay what they want.
It's a business, though. It's a company. You're gouging the fuck out of this shit. Is what you're doing. You know, everybody and their grandmother wants to hurry up and go out and rush out and buy all these guns because of all the shit going on with the laws and all this other junk, and people wanting to conceal carry like crazy because of all these crazy attacks and shit that's going on. And so they're just using that to make a killing on their product, and that's no different than gouging gas prices when there's a fucking threat coming, which is a hurricane. It's the same exact thing. There's nothing different about it whatsoever. You're gouging the market because you know it's not different.
You're gouging the market.
You're gouging the fuck out of the market, and gouging is illegal.
Not really.
It is.
Not really. Only in like a disaster or something like that. But that's a.
It's not a disaster though. It hasn't even hit yet.
Same thing.
It's coming from in 5 days, and you raise your gas prices. It's illegal. You can be fined like crazy. So why aren't these stores fined like crazy for raising the prices when it doesn't need to be?
Because it's a free market.
So then why are you fined for raising your gas? It's free market. Go to the next gas station.
It's regulated.
So why aren't these regulated is what I'm saying. All items should be regulated. If the MSRP is this, that's what the max should be. You shouldn't be allowed to sell it for more than that. Unless it's extremely rare, like a freaking car that's not even made anymore. It's 100 years old. I understand. That kind of shit will go up. But it's a Glock. Jesus Christ, there's going to be 7 billion of them in like a year.
Yeah.
So why are they selling for $800 then? Whenever they're a dime a dozen,
people will pay for it.
That's what I'm saying. There's too many fucking ignorant people in the world that will up the prices like crazy for no reason. There's no good reason to do it.
Yeah, I mean it's just a free market,
and every single one of these people buying this gun already have 15 other guns. So why would you spend $300 more than what it's worth on a gun when you already have some left over? I could see if it was
for them.
I could see if it was the last gun that was ever going to be made. Sure, raise the prices like crazy because everybody's going to buy it up that doesn't have a gun. But I just don't get it. I don't know why you would pay that much money.
Yeah,
and
that's a
fucked
question
everybody
for the
else
people
over.
that are paying for it.
So
But there
now
shouldn't be a
people,
there shouldn't be a law saying, oh, you cannot sell it for what the market, you know, will sell it for or buy it for. I mean,
I think it's wrong. I think it should be illegal as fuck. Overcharge something.
I don't think the government should be in that much of my business
Then they need to
to
stay
do
the
what I
fuck away
want.
from gas prices during a hurricane. Then
That's different.
it's not
That's
different.
taking
It's
advantage
a
of the
product,
situation.
and you're taking
That's like
advantage of a
saying, "Oh,
situation. They're
you came
taking
into the
advantage of a
hospital, you're
situation too.
shot. You need to give us $10 million, or else we're not going to do anything for you."
Why not? Go to the next hospital then, right? You want a free
You
market? It's got
can't.
to
It's
be a
an
free market for
emergency.
everything then. You can't just do a free market on certain things.
Yeah, you can.
That's not right. Free market is a free market, not free market on a case by case basis.
Okay. I don't. You make no sense.
I guess.
There should be some regulations, but for most of the stuff, no. For emergency situations and stuff like that, I
Well,
completely
no,
agree.
not emergency situations, but it's not an emergency. It's gas. You put
It is
gas
an
in your car and you
emergency.
drive away. I mean, it's not like you're like being shot at and being like killed while you're pumping gas. Be smart and watch the news, and you know you have 10 days to get the fuck out of the area.
But gas
Don't be like
price,
Katrina
oh,
people
there's a
and wait until the
hurricane.
last
Automatically,
second.
gas prices go up to $15 a gallon. So you can't go anywhere. You can't evacuate. You can't do anything because gas prices are too expensive. To go get a gallon of gas, it's $500.
Yeah.
Just because there's a storm and or immediately in the middle of summer, gas prices go up to $500 because there might be a hurricane.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying though. If that's illegal to do that, then why is this not illegal? I mean, I understand it's not a life or death situation, but at the same time, it's just a product. You shouldn't be allowed to sell it for well over, like double the MSRP on the first day of release.
Why not?
I just don't think that should be allowed. Because
Why
then
not?
nobody can buy it. Like tons of people that want to buy it can't
People
now.
are buying it. If no one was buying
But
it, they'd sell it
look
for
at all the
MSRP.
people that can't buy it, though. They could have bought it if it was MSRP, but because they raised the prices up so high, now people can't buy it. You're taking it away from the other people. So basically, it's only the rich people are allowed to
That
have
just
good,
means you have to
nice
wait.
things. Yeah. So why is that allowed? Why are the rich people allowed to have things now, but the other people that could buy it if they sold it at the reasonable price would have been able to buy it?
Because that's the pre-market system at work.
That's dumb as
You
fuck.
think rich people always win? You should know this.
Well, yeah, I do know that, but that's what I'm saying. That should be regulated then. It should not happen that way. Rich people should not always win. You should not be allowed to have everything before somebody else just because somebody wants to raise the prices. If that's the set price of it, because that's the MSRP, then that's one
You
thing.
sound like a commie.
I can understand a Mercedes being that expensive because that's what it's set at. You don't see a Mercedes and a very common vehicle come out and then they just raise it up 20 grand just because it's new. You don't see that happen. A Glock is common as fuck. It's not like it's a gold-plated
Camaros and
Sig.
stuff when they came out, they raised the prices of those. I mean,
all right.
I'm telling you, it happens. It's just when
Yeah.
no one buys it, and then you can go to the next dealership and buy it for MSRP. You're going to do that.
But that's just it.
But
You
when
can't
people
do
are
that.
buying it,
Nowhere in the world is it selling for MSRP, and that's a problem.
Well,
It
that's
should
the
not
problem
be
with Glock.
allowed.
It's Glock's problem for not
Okay,
supplying
well
the
then,
guns.
it's not that they're not supplying with guns. People are taking advantage of the situation that it's a new product. It's the first
And
Glock
the
that's
supplies,
single. No, they have plenty of supply.
Well, then someone would be selling it for cheaper. I know I would.
Why would they be selling it for cheaper? Why would they not sell it for the same price everybody else is? If you can't buy it for anything less than $800, you're going to go buy it for $800 because
But
there's
if I
no
could
place
sell,
cheaper.
if I could sell, say you sell, okay, say everyone's selling it for $800. I sell mine for $750, and I sell twice as many because mine's cheaper. I would do that. There's no regulation saying I can't.
But what if everybody's selling them for $800 and they're selling like hotcakes? Why would you sell yours for $50 less? Why not sell it for $800 and sell yours like hotcakes?
If there was plenty of supply, I'd
That's
sell
what I'm saying.
for $750.
Why?
You know more.
If you can sell the same amount as everybody else and still make that extra $50.
Okay.
So you
All those
think your
sales for the
one
seven hundred
site?
dollars, or for the people for $800, they'll come to me and buy it for $850.
So
So
you
my
think your
sales go
one
through the roof.
site, they're gonna find your site over all these other humongous dealers and buy from you?
Yeah.
Really? So I know about some rinky-dink place that's in Arkansas somewhere that's selling it for cheaper right now because I don't. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Everybody's going to go to the big name things first.
and I would be a big name thing selling it for cheap. Or if not, I'd
If you were a big
advertise that I'm
company,
selling
I
it for
guess,
cheaper
yeah.
because I'm making so much money.
If you're a big company, sure. But people in California know nothing about Ammo Addict. People in California know nothing about B&H Gun Rack on 520. They don't know where that place even exists. It might be
Yeah,
$200 cheaper than the place down the street, but they don't know that it exists. So they're going to go spend $200 more because they don't know that the $200 cheaper one exists.
that's fine.
And that's a big gun store. But that's what I'm saying, though. Unless you are a global company that everybody and their grandmother knows, you're not going to be able to sell it for $50 less.
Why not?
Because nobody's going to find you. 10 people in your
You're
town will
thinking in
find
two
you, and that's it.
grand. Okay, say there's 5 gun stores in your town, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. You're not going to.
And you're selling for $50 cheaper than every other gun store in the thing. You're not going to get all the gun stores' business?
But why would you do that whenever everybody's buying them at 800? Why
Because you
wouldn't you
can get
just
more
put yours
sales.
800 as well? But you'll get the same amount of sales. That's what I'm saying. Because people are that
No,
dumb.
because they'll buy from the other people as well.
Not if they walk into your store and see it's the
Okay,
same
so
price.
there's 100 customers, right? And there's 5 stores.
Yeah.
That's 20. So just say average, 20 sales per store.
Yeah.
Just say. Okay, suddenly you make your prices $50 cheaper, and then now you sell 50.
But how do those people know that though? They're already at the other
Tell
store.
them.
They're already at the other store looking at the gun, and they think that that's the best price around because they've already been to the
So
other
you
4
lost
stores.
those sales. Those are those 50
That's what I'm
sales you
saying.
didn't sell. Then the next people.
So you're not going to
well, they all know
automatically
about
double
it.
your sales, though, is what I'm saying.
Why wouldn't you?
Because the other people already bought their guns.
Well, not everyone's buying it the
Let's
second
say
they come out.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they are.
Well,
There's people already camping
deserve to
out
pay
right
more.
now. There's
If they're
people
not
camping
shopping
out in
around,
front
then
of
they
stores
deserve
right
to
now.
pay whatever they pay.
I'm just saying, they're not going to get it for much cheaper than that. They're selling it for $6.99, and everywhere else is selling it for $800. And even the $6.99 is a ripoff.
Yeah, and
That's
I'm
what I'm
sure
saying,
they're
though.
selling a lot of them for $6.99.
Yeah, they might. I'm not
More
going to
than
buy
they
it
would
because
be
I'm
if
not
they were selling it
retarded.
for $800.
I'm not going to go spend $300 more than
The
what
only
something's
reason
worth.
that they're selling that high is because the exclusivity of it. Not everyone has them. Then
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I can understand, like, Counter-Strike skins. They're expensive because they're rare, like the Howl. Nobody can buy it anymore, so it's going to be fucking expensive. This gun is not going to be rare. Everybody and their grandmother can buy one of these things in, like, 6 months' time. So why on the earth is it going to be so expensive when it first releases? There's nothing to make it that expensive except
people
for
will pay
people
for it.
saying. That's what I'm saying. There shouldn't be allowed to sell it for that, though, because there's nothing rare about it. There's nothing exclusive
That's the
about it.
consumer's fault. It's not the business's
And
fault.
that's my whole point of this whole conversation, is that the people are fucking stupid.
You're saying it should be illegal because people are
It
stupid.
should be.
The government should be.
They should not be allowed to charge more and take advantage of people being dumb. They should not be allowed to do that. It's not right. Make it a set price, and that's it. That way everybody has a fair chance of buying one. That's the thing. Don't just raise the freaking prices so now the guy that was saved for it, his entire fucking life savings for the last 8 months, can no longer buy it now.
These life savings, you shouldn't be buying.
Okay, you're just being a fucking asshole now, so forget it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but
You
there
save
should be a
all this
rule
money
about
because
it.
you don't make a lot of money, but you're looking
So
for
you
a
just
gun.
wait and buy it when the price comes
Yeah,
down.
but now you have to wait longer to get a weapon or whatever to protect yourself or your family, all because some assholes want to drive the price up for no damn reason.
You could do the same thing with the older gen Glock. You just want the new one, and you're gonna pay for
Forget
it.
it. This is it's never going to end. All right, so I think we're done. We're done with this conversation. So, all right,
Yeah,
I guess
going
it's
into
over.
that.
So, nobody watched, so it doesn't matter anyway.
So yeah, but we won't go on so many tangents. We'll actually have stuff to talk about.
I doubt it.
The next year or next shows, and we'll if you have any things you'd like us to talk about, just let us know, and we'll pull up some articles on it, and we'll go from there. Or if you have an article, send it to us through social media, Twitter, Google Plus, or comment on the video or whatever, and we'll do what we can and go into crazy tangents like this.
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
strong difference of opinions.
No, I guess I just hate the way marketing works.
Yeah, I mean, it
I
sucks.
just hate
Consumer
people in
loses.
general. I really do. They're fucking
Yeah,
dumb as hell.
yeah, people are retarded. A
From
person, or what was that quote? I
people
can't
that
remember.
ruin their excellent lives over drugs, to other people that ruin their lives over a heated moment and kill somebody, and then they ruin their whole career over it. It's just stupid. People are just fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Be willing to spend that kind of money just
Oh, it's
because
the
it's
same
something new.
thing as like
It just
you
doesn't make any
spending
sense to me, though. I
all
mean,
the money on the
how
computer.
hard is it to just tell yourself, this is a new thing, I really want it bad, but they're going to charge $800 when it's only worth $580? I'll just not buy it for 30 months and it will fall like a freaking rock, and then I'll buy it. How hard is it for somebody to tell themselves that?
I don't know. It's pretty hard for me because I
Is
want to
it?
buy GTA 5, but it's $60, but I want to pay that much.
But it's not good. It's not higher than normal just because everybody wants it. So that's
Well,
completely
that's
different.
different. I
You
wouldn't
knew it
pay
was 60
anything
bucks.
over.
You know every game on the planet's going to be $60. So it's like, that's not a big deal. But
Yeah.
let's say you save. Let's say you're okay. Well, I don't want to give an age under when I'm supposed to play. So let's say you're 18 years old and you're legally allowed to play because of the rating or whatever. You save for a game. Okay. You're saving, you're mowing lawns like fucking crazy, doing whatever. You save up that $60. You have that $60, and then you go in to buy it, and then they say, well, everybody wants this game, so now it's $100. You're fucked now. You can't buy it. You can't
Yeah, it
buy
would
the thing
suck,
that you.
but
That's what I'm saying,
there's
though.
nothing I
I
can
just
do.
don't think that's fair. They knew what the price was set at and what it was supposed to launch at, and then they save for that exact price. They bust their ass for that price, expect that price, and then you go in and it's twice as much. And now you're fucked. And now you have to wait until 15 sales from now or whatever it's going to be before you can buy it. I just don't think that's right. I think it's just messed up. I mean, that's world though, and the world is not fair, and I understand that. But I just don't think that that is right that they can do that. I think if you tell somebody that your suggested price is this, and that's what it's going to release as, and
Well,
release
that's
it as
all on the
that.
manufacturer. I mean, that's the
And of
manufacturer
course, the
setting.
manufacturer is dumb if they put a restriction on that, because they could just, well, no, I guess they're not, because they're not making any extra money off of it. The store is.
Yeah, I mean, they could mandate it if
So
you
Glock
have to
is
sell
just
it for
fucking dumb, I
MSRP,
guess.
or we don't sell you guns, but or
Uh,
whatever the item is. But
I guess I need to make something that millions of people love, and then I'll tell people that they can't go over MSRP just so I can feel good.
yeah,
People will be like, "You're dumb. They could have sold it for this much." Well, yeah, it's not going in my pocket. I don't care if they make money. I don't want them to make money. I want everybody to be able to buy my product and enjoy my product,
yeah.
not just a rich fucking asshole that has all the money in the world coming out of his ass. I'd rather the poor
Indeed.
people be able to buy my shit before some rich guy can.
Yeah.
Like Robin Hood. I want to take from the rich and give to the poor. It's just unfair. But anyway, all right. So yeah, I'm gonna go continue downloading GTA 5.
Yeah, and I think I might bite the bullet and actually spend the $60, even though I've spent $60 in this game before.
But you're not spending $60.
That's
You're only spending 40.
Yeah, I know, but I've already spent $60 on this game, so I'm spending $100 on this game, and I don't want to spend $100
It's
on this game.
so worth it though. It is. Trust me.
I know
trust
the
me. You'll,
entertainment value.
Number one, you'll actually finish the single player because you're on your computer and it looks way better and it's running at 60 frames per second, which is ungodly awesome.
The controls are a lot better.
Number two. Oh, that's one thing I do like about it though, is that you can actually have an Xbox controller plugged in and have it set up for like the vehicle controls. Like for flying helicopters and shit, the Xbox controller will be way better.
Yeah.
But number two, if we can get Kenny to buy it anyway, then yeah, it'll be tons of hours of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I know the value that is there hours wise, but
Yeah.
it's like the same thing with the H1Z1. It's like you're spending money on a game that's going to be free. It's the same thing as you were just talking about. You're spending money
But I'm
to
not.
be the first.
GTA 5 won't be free.
Well, I'm just saying. I've already bought the game, so it's like, yeah, I
But I'm
never
not
played
paying
offline.
more than what it's worth to be first, is what I'm saying. I'm paying whatever the price was. I knew it was going to be $60, so I paid $60. I didn't pay. I didn't go
Do
out
the
and say I
same
really want
thing.
this
Still
game.
play on the PlayStation.
No, it's
It's the
not. Not
same game.
even close.
It is the
You
same
can't
game.
go first person on the PS3.
Oh
It has
yeah,
extra missions on the PC version that the PS3 version doesn't have, and the textures and everything look a billion times better.
is that worth $60?
Yes, absolutely.
That's different. But I'm just saying, it's almost the same thing that we were talking about. But it's like, for you, it's worth it. For me, it's like, just because I'm cheap.
Yeah. It's worth it to me though, because I know for me, I'm gonna get the hours out of it.
Oh yeah, I know I'll get the hours out of
I'll
it too. But
easily
it's
get
just
$1 an hour out of it.
I hate
Easily.
spending. Same thing. All right, games used to be $50. $50 for video games. That's all. That's all they were. And then consoles came along, and now games are $60.
Yeah. I don't think PC games should be more than $50.
Well, I mean,
Consoles are
technically,
only
it's a
$10
dollar.
more because they have to pay for the licensing fees to use the console.
But
Just like in
people are
Game
able
Dev
to.
Tycoon or whatever, you have to pay the extra amount or whatever to. It's seriously that. I'm not even joking.
I know,
The
but
Naughty
it's
Dog
amusing in
developers
video
did their
games.
little did their freaking like dev dialogue or dev diary thing
But
or
the thing
whatever, and they
is
have to
they
pay
realize
extra.
people will pay for them, so they'll just make the extra money.
I know.
But that's the manufacturing doing that, not the Joe Schmo shop.
Right.
But then we have good guys like Green Man Gaming that offer GTA 5 for
How do they
$45.
do that? How do they do
I don't
that?
know. I don't know. The
I
only
mean,
thing I think of is
they have
agreements
to.
with they make agreements with the companies like Rockstar. They'll buy 10,000 keys at X dollars, and then so they can sell it for X
But how
dollars
much do you
cheap.
think? How much do you think Steam is paying per copy? Or Valve, I should say.
$30.
You think so? That cheap?
Probably, yeah, and it's probably only they get $30 for every one they sell. They're not buying keys, kind of thing.
Oh yeah. And
So
yeah,
I
well,
mean, it's not like
obviously, yeah,
they have a
that's what I'm
stock
saying.
of
No,
keys that they
no,
sell,
yeah, they
but
just have like keys laying in a freaking warehouse.
where I think like the sites like Green Man Gaming and stuff, they buy sets of keys, and that's why they can sell them for cheaper.
Right. Wow.
So I think that's how it works. And
I
then like
just
it's
realized that
interesting.
I just realized that I have my paper towels that I bought at the store sitting behind me on the table.
Yeah, and like your Crimson Game thing, you couldn't bother to take your computer in the garage and blow it off with the air compressor. There's like dust on
Fuck
all those
no.
pictures.
I dusted that thing like crazy too.
It's still dirty.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I mean, it's a used
It's a
computer,
used
so
computer. Yeah, it's not
I
in a
know, but
clean
it's
room.
still gotta
Jesus.
be pristine,
Fuck
man.
that.
Should have used your paper towels better.
My no, actually I use a Swiffer.
See your sweet light back there, though. I need to get me some of them.
Dude, $70
Dude, like at
for
work,
both of
man, we
those
got
bad
this like
boys.
little light box thing. I take all the pictures for the products there.
I'm gonna cut all this off. That's
Oh yeah,
you're
true.
talking about all this shit. All right, we're gonna end the
Yeah.
stream, guys. All right, thanks for watching.
All right, yeah, we've been on
This is
too much of a tangent,
this
but
is
yeah.
Tektopia TV. I'm Josh. That's Justin, and we're gonna try to make this a weekly thing.
No, this will
Every
be a weekly thing.
oh, this will be a weekly thing.
Wednesdays
He
at
was
8 p.m.
he was the one that was having scheduling conflicts. So now we got it
No,
worked out,
I told you make a schedule and I
and I
will
did,
make it work.
and I
You
did,
didn't.
and I did.
What'd you make?
Last Thursday when we did the last show, and it didn't work.
But then we never set a
And then
schedule. It was just
I
like
said
we did it on
Thursday was going
Thursday.
to be every day on Thursday, every week, and then you're
Oh,
like, I
I
think
don't think
Saturday
you
and
ever told
Sunday
me
would be
that.
better, or whatever. And then it was, I think Sunday or Monday would be better, and then
I
now it's
still think
Wednesday.
Sunday or Monday, but Wednesday is good because
The
it works
Wednesday's
for
in the
me.
middle of the week. Nobody's doing shit on a Wednesday. That's
So I'll watch.
what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
did
so
it
it's
on a
good. That's what I'm
Wednesday.
saying. Monday
I
would
did
be
it.
good or Sunday or Monday because they can watch it like the VOD anyways, or
Yeah,
it's the end of the week and they can watch it or Monday night. Monday night was a little bit iffy. I think Sunday would have been better, but
yeah. But
well,
see,
I like
the reason
Wednesday.
why I did it though is Monday. I don't really feel like doing shit on a Monday after work because it's Monday.
Yeah,
Tuesday, there's already a live stream from a pretty big person that I watch anyway, and thousands of other people watch. Wednesday, I don't know of any.
yeah.
Thursday is Jay and Jerry.
Wednesday's perfect.
Friday is Linus, which, oh my God, trying to compete against Linus, that's just absolutely retarded.
What are you talking about? We're better than that. See our production qualities.
It is.
And our
So
reviews. Well, your reviews.
that's why I figured Wednesdays would be better because I don't know of anything that really happens or goes on Wednesdays in the TekTuber world anyway.
Plus, then we can talk about video game releases on Tuesdays, like GTA
Like
5.
GTA 5, which I don't know if I'm going to get to play it tonight, actually.
Oh, why not?
I think I still have like an hour and a half on my download.
See, it's cable companies holding you back, man.
Yeah. They could be
Could
giving me
be giving you
300
that
megabits per
gigabit.
second right now, and they're only giving me 75.
Yep.
Bastards.
Yep.
Bastards.
There you go. They're charging too much, man.
All right.
Ripping off. The manufacturer is setting the price. Well, it's not really.
Let's end this stream. All right, guys.
Okay.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. We're going to try to keep it around an hour long. We're at an hour and 11 minutes now, so that's not too bad. So
Yeah,
I don't.
an hour and a half.
Last time we went almost 2 hours, and that was just retarded. But next weekend, and our next week, it will be a lot better.
It was a good show.
It was a good, yeah, it was a good show. I'm really mad that it didn't work out. But yeah, next week will be a lot better. We'll
actually
a lot
prepare
more shit and actually prepare and everything else.
Yeah.
So
to be honest, I didn't prepare at all. 10 minutes before, I was looking at articles while looking at the titles of articles.
Yeah.
So we will prepare and we will have better things. But please, if you have anything you'd like to hear, just give
definitely.
us a message or something.
This will go on. Of course, this video will go on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, just comment below and just tell me what things you would rather see us talk about or look more into or whatever. I try to grab stuff from everywhere. I mean, it's not like we're just gonna like grab only PC related things. I mean, we're gonna grab and news from everywhere, mobile stuff, console
any kind
stuff,
of tech related stuff.
Anything cool actually happens with consoles, then I'll talk about it as well.
Hey, cool stuff happens with consoles all the time. I like consoles. They play Netflix very well.
Yeah, I have a Chromecast for that. Does the same
too.
thing, but it's this big and is only $35, not $400.
Yeah, but I already spent the $400.
Yeah, it's a good Blu-ray player.
Plus, it's easier. The only thing that the Chromecast is you have to have with the phone or something to control it. And if I had like a remote, a standalone remote.
Oh yeah, but that's what the beauty of it though is my phone is the remote.
Yeah, but
not having my phone and my remote juggling all around.
For other users, it kind of sucks.
But that's why I'm going to buy the Chromebit.
Yes, which we talked about
last show. We did talk about last show. All right, we're going on a tangent again. We're so bad about this. All right, peace out, guys.
Bye.